Hi, my name is Bella Barlett,
And my name is Courtney-Joy Breeden.
and this is our Pecha Kucha of the play Ruined by Lynn Nottage. Before we begin, we just want to give a trigger warning as this play talks about some very triggering topics for some people that will be listed later in the presentation. Lynn Nottage has been inspired by writing since she was 8 years old. She used the powerful women in her family, along with female nurses, activists, and artists to influence her stories. Growing up, both her parents were consciously engaged in the ongoing movement for social justice and the full civil rights of African Americans. She and her friends also started a weekend school to teach local African and African American history and culture.
Her family encouraged her to take interest in all forms of cultural expression, but after receiving a scholarship to Brown University as a pre-med student, she left her talents to pursue becoming a physician. Not long after, she returned to her passion for writing and graduated with a degree in English and African American Studies and earned a master's degree at Yale School of Drama.
Soon after returning to her passion for writing, Nottage became the co-founder of the New York-based production company Market Road Films alongside Tony Gerber in 2003. The company's mission is to tell, create, and bring to life powerful stories that people never hear. The company produces both fiction and non-fiction media like music videos, commercials, podcasts, documentaries, and other forms of art.
To prepare for Ruined, Nottage went in person to visit women of the Democratic Republic of Congo with director Kate Wariski and listened to their stories and experiences with sexual violence, and turning their stories into a moving and powerful play that focuses on so many different but real conflicts.
Ruined is one of Nottage's most known plays. It takes place in the Democratic Republic of Congo and is centered around Mama Nadi's bar and brothel around the year 2000 during a civil war. This location is where most of the play will take place. The play covers many sensitive topics such as severe sexual assault, rape, and genital mutilation.
Mama Nadi, the owner of the bar, is a woman in her early 40s with an arrogant stride. She can at times be described as flirtatious to get her way, and she knows how to charm the men in the system. She takes in young girls who have been harmed by soldiers and offers them a livelihood.
The two girls that Mama Nadi takes in at the beginning of the play are Sophie and Salima. Both girls have undergone rape and sexual abuse from the militia and have been exiled from their villages. Sophie is described as ruined because of her genital mutilation, and Salima is constantly holding on to the hope that her husband will come back for her after being kidnapped and used as a concubine in the forest.
To open the play, we see Mama Nadi and a traveling salesman named Christian having drinks. Christian then leads Mama Nadi to the back of the bar and presents 3 girls who need a new start. Mama Nadi, however, only agrees to take in 2 after much convincing. She immediately puts them to work as the conflict around the bar intensifies.
As the workers entertain the men, loyalties become divided as the conflict fragments, and Mama's attempt to shelter and protect the girls from the dangers outside ends up putting her business at risk. Even though she tries to keep her bar a war-neutral area, the harsh tragedies and hardships still manage to make their way into her bar and brothel, causing trouble for everyone there.
While trying to keep everything in order during this harsh and overwhelming period, Mama faces many downfalls and much loss, which makes her reflect on her own past. As she rebuilds her bar, Mama Nadi confides in Christian and finally reveals that she was also ruined like the young women she cares for.
Ruined was commissioned by Chicago's Goodman Theater, where it received its world premiere in a co-production of New York's Manhattan Theater Club in 2007. Ruined was also performed in Everyman Theater in 2015, among several other theaters whose productions have been described as a high tribute to a grueling amount of suffering and the physical and emotional fiber it takes to survive these conditions.
This play was originally meant to be an update of Brecht's Mother Courage. But as Nottage heard more and more of the women's stories, the Brecht connection became significantly less important, and Ruined became a story of the women of Congo and an outlet to share their unforgettable and powerful experiences.
This play won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 2009, but Nottage's achievements didn't stop there. She also received the same award again in 2017 for her play Sweat, making her the first and only woman to this day to have won the Pulitzer Prize 2 times. These awards are just considered the tip of the iceberg when talking about Nottage's achievements and recognition for her talents.
Nottage has also received so many more awards for her writing in more recent years, like the Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Book of a Musical in 2020, Obie Award for Playwriting in 2017, and the Lucille Laurel Award for Outstanding Playwrights Sidewalk inductees in 2017.
For the play's central images, these three ideograms embrace the colorful hardships the characters face. They all have the same main focus, being a woman who wears sadness, fear, and maybe even pain on her face. The one in the middle has the woman looking up towards the heavens, whereas the two on the side have her facing down. In their differences and similarities, they all come to one conclusion.
The ideograph we felt best communicated the story is this illustration from the Bishop Arts Theater Center. The colors that greatly affect this piece are orange and green. Orange represents determination, warmth, and success, while green represents life and renewal. These colors give people hope, faith, and confidence. In the background, there are silhouettes of 3 soldiers and birds.
Nottage referred to birds frequently in this play. The birds that were described often reflected certain characters. Sophie's singing emphasizes the similarities between her and a parrot who is caged in Mama's bar. Salima describes a peacock that distracted her in the moment that she was vulnerable to the soldiers, and Christian is compared to a hawk after mentioning the absence of birds in the jungle, and how the absence foretells the violence to come.
In the midst of all the conflict, Mama Nadi gives Mr. Harari her sack of diamonds and asks him to take Sophie to get her procedure and treat the severe damage done to her genitals. Mr. Harari takes the diamonds, but accidentally leaves Sophie at the brothel.
Nottage's ending of Ruined leaves the audience to come to their own ending to the stories presented on stage. The main character, Mama, and supporting character, Christian, come together to leave watchers with one good moment, while Sophie and Josephine smile at the act of the two closely dancing with each other. She leaves the message that even in times of war, beautiful and enjoyable moments can still be had.
From the audience's perspective, this play has touched the hearts of hundreds to thousands of people. This play is not one to be taken lightheartedly. It is one that is supposed to stick with you and make you aware that these hard things that happen are real, and these stories need to be given their own spotlight. Lynn Nottage has taken the experiences of inspiring women who have survived unimaginable things and given them the attention they deserve.